Good morning. In the previous lecture, we discussed definition of flowchart and basic symbols used to construct the flowchart. We shall make use of the knowledge we gained in the earlier lectures about algorithm and flowchart, and using this knowledge we shall try to write algorithm and try to draw flowchart for roots of a quadratic equation. Our next article of our syllabus is algorithm and flowchart of roots of a quadratic equation. Next article, algorithm and flowchart of a quadratic equation. Algorithm and flowchart of a quadratic equation. Before going to construct the algorithm and the flowchart for the quadratic equation, let us have some idea about the quadratic equation. Almost all of you may have the idea about quadratic equation because you played with the quadratic equations earlier in your school level in algebra. Quadratic equation: a x square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Such equation is known as quadratic equation, and a quadratic equation can have two roots: a x square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Here sometimes you may have minus sign. Here also sometimes you may have minus sign. Doesn't matter what sign you have here and here. That will be the quadratic equation. X square, this x, these are unknowns. Actually, x is unknown. X is unknown. By solving this equation, by solving this quadratic equation, we are going to find the roots. What are roots? Value of x. Solving quadratic equation, we are going to find a root. It means that solving this quadratic equation, we are going to find the values for x. And what is the standard formula to get roots of a quadratic equation? The standard formula is this: x is equal to minus b plus minus square root of b square minus 4 ac this whole divided by 2a. If I am not wrong, this is the standard formula. Root, what is x? X is a root. Solution of this quadratic equation. Solution of quadratic equation is given by x is equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac whole divided by 2a. A is known as coefficient of x square, b is known as coefficient of x, c is a constant. Once we know values of these coefficients a, b and c, put these values here, here, here and here, do calculation, and after that we will have value of the root x. We want our computer to do this thing for us. What we want? We want our computer do this thing for us. Computer is an idiot box. Am I right? You are supercomputers. If you do the things logically and in a better way, repetitively, not only for quadratic equation, for any type of problem, if you are ready to handle, if you can handle such problems very easily, sophistically, correctly, you are supercomputers. What is a computer? Computer is an idiot box. You have brain, you can think, you can take decision, you can perform calculations. So many ideas are there in your mind. Your mind is full of ideas, full of knowledge. If you are studying regularly and seriously. If you are not doing anything, then you can't be a supercomputer. Hope you all are doing this thing very seriously. And you want the idiot box to do this for you. Okay. We shall make the idiot box to do this thing for us. Now, when we go to the idiot box to do this thing, there are many questions. The idiot box, it may not ask itself. But when you go to idiot box, you have to see what options are there. Which editors are available with that idiot box. Which high level language you want to use with the personal computer, so that personal computer can use that language and do it for you. Why I am calling the personal computer as idiot box? Because it is doing nothing. Computer, a personal computer is doing nothing. You are a master and the computer is simply a slave. You need to simply give command to the computer. The computer will only follow your commands. It means that if you want the computer to do it, you have to write a program. And there are various high level languages. For this paper, you have to use Fortran, formula translation or Fortran. And if you use this language, so many things are there. Step by step, lecture by lecture, you will come to know how many things we needed to learn. The data, type of data, the character set, type of character set, the algebra, ways to get various algebraic operations, operators, statements. So many things are there which we have to study. And after becoming a master, after becoming an expert of all these things, you can write a program. You can write a program very easily, very comfortably in very short time. Here in this article we are not going to write the program because I need to first teach you all the fundamentals needed to write a program in Fortran, and after that we shall write programs. We shall start with small programs, okay, and then we shall go for bigger programs also. If some task is provided to us, we shall accomplish this task with the help of the Fortran programs. What is task here? Task here is to write the algorithm and to draw a flowchart for the quadratic equations or roots. Let me come back here. Plus minus is here, so this is not a single x, it is x1 and x2. So let me write this as x1 comma x2. The square bracket term d is b square minus 4ac is known as the discriminator. This d is equal to b square minus 4ac is known as a discriminator. This discriminator plays very important role in solving a quadratic equation. Now let us see how this plays very important role. Depending on values of this a, b and c, this d may be negative, this d may be 0, this d may be positive, or this d may be complex. Whenever this d is negative, it is complex. Whenever this discriminator d is negative, it is complex. When it is 0, it's okay. This may be positive. So we have to think of these three possibilities, that the discriminator d here, b square minus 4ac, can have this value or this value or this value. And depending on these values, the whole thing will change. the whole solution will change. So let us go step by step. If d is negative, what will happen? Inside the square root you have a minus sign. If for having a minus sign inside the square root, you cannot find the square root. It is complex. So the root will have a real part. The root will also have complex part. Two roots will be there. Every root will have two parts, real part and the imaginary part. Real part and the imaginary part. Together it will be complex. If this discriminator d is 0, this has become 0. And what left? Minus b by 2a. These two roots are real and equal. These two roots are real and equal. And if this comes positive, then we have to find the square root of d. Some term will come. Then x1 will equal to minus b plus that term divided by 2a, and x2 is equal to minus b minus that term divided by 2a. Again two roots will be there. So we have to think of all these possibilities. All these possibilities may not be there in every quadratic equation, but these three possibilities may be there in different quadratic equations. And therefore when you are writing a program, your program should be foolproof program. And when you want to write a foolproof program, you have to think of every possibility. What thing I explained? What things I explained? Using these things, I want to write the algorithm and then the flowchart. Let me write the algorithm. Remember, I am going to consider all these things I told to you. I am going to consider all these things I told to you. At the same time, I am going to use the rules of writing algorithm as well as the rules of drawing the flowchart with the symbols. So let me first write the algorithm. Remember these steps and see how I am writing the algorithm. The first algorithm. The algorithms written by different people may be different. Some person may write it in shortcut. Some person may wants to write there each and every detail. It is proper way to include each and every detail in the algorithm till you becomes expert in writing the algorithm, in writing the flowchart, in writing the program. Let us suppose I am beginner. Let us suppose I am beginner. As I am beginner, I have to include each and every details in the algorithm. So let me start the algorithm. First step, start. Start the action. Start the process. Start the work. first step. Second step, read coefficients. Read coefficients ABC of the quadratic equation. Read coefficients of the quadratic equation as A, B and C. These three will act as the input to the program. Then the third step that you have to do is, what is the important state that must be included in number 3? Find value of the discriminator D as B square minus 4AC. Getting values of the coefficients A, B, C. The next important step is find D, the discriminator. Now, the next step, you have solved this and you got D. Let us suppose that D is negative. If D is negative, what should be the next step? If D is negative, roots will have RP and IMP, real part and imaginary part. Real part and imaginary part. How to get the real part? Real part is simply equal to minus B divided by 2A. How to get the imaginary part? Modulus of D inside the square root divided by 2A. Eighth number. Start. Read the coefficients, find the value of the discriminator. Suppose the discriminator D is negative, it means that the roots will have RP and IMP, real part and imaginary part. Of course, two roots will be there. So RP will be this, IMP will be this. Okay, so what will be first root x1? It will be minus B minus square root of modulus of D whole divided by 2A. Second root x2 will be equal to minus B plus square root of modulus of D whole divided by 2A. Then print x1 and x2. Stop the process. See what I am doing, what I have done. Start the process, read the coefficients, find the discriminator D. It is found negative, roots will have real part and imaginary part. Real part is given by this, imaginary part is given by this. First will be this, second root will be this. Print these two roots, stop. One possibility. Second possibility, D is 0. If D is 0, what will happen? x1 is equal to x2 is equal to minus b divided by 2a. Print x1 and x2. Stop. When D is 0, we have to stop here. The third possibility, number 16. Up to 11, first possibility. From 12 to 15, second possibility. Now let me go for the third possibility, that is number 16. D is positive. If D is positive, then how will be the roots? Roots will be, here I forgot one step. After 12, I have to write one step here. 13, make it 14, 15, 16, and 13 should be the roots are real and equal. Okay, 17, D is positive. When D is positive, how will be the roots? D is positive means there are two different roots. The roots will be real and different. So let me write here 18. Roots are real and different. Then the first root, x1 is equal to minus b plus divided by 2a. 20 is equal to x2 is equal to minus b minus square root of d divided by 2a. 21 will be print x1 and x2, and the final step number 22 will be stop. For completing this algorithm for the quadratic equation, here we needed 22 steps. If an expert is writing this algorithm, he may write this algorithm in 6 to 8 steps only. because he is expert, he or she is expert, knows many details, and therefore may not want to write each and every detail. But for a beginner, each and every detail should be included in the algorithm, so that you are not going to make a single mistake while constructing the program for this task. This is about how we can write the algorithm for a quadratic equation. Hope you understood this. After completing this algorithm, now I have to go for the flow chart, because once I complete the algorithm and flow chart, you will have complete idea of the procedure for writing foolproof program for the given task. Here, to get roots of the quadratic equation. Hope you understood this. I have made it very simple. I have made it very simple because my stand is all my students are non-computer students. Some of you may be having computer background, but let me assume that my each and every student is not non-computer student. He or she has only physics background, and I want my student to know each and every details of writing the algorithm and writing the flow chart. For that, I am going into much details. Alright. So I hope you understood this, and now let me start flow chart. We shall make use of all these points. We shall make use of all these details we have written into the algorithm to write the flow chart. Flow chart. First thing we have to do is start, and we have to write this inside OHL. So inside an OHL I have written this start. Okay. After that, the flow of control. What thing we have to do next? Input or read ABC. Input or read ABC. The coefficients of the quadratic equation. OHL is used for termination, for beginning. Okay. Parallelogram is used for inputting. Now we have to use a rectangle for the action. And what is the action? This is the action. So let me put a rectangle here. This is a rectangle connected to the parallelogram again by this. Okay, then use a diamond here decision making part. You have calculated D. Now after D I put a question mark. What does this mean? Okay, you calculated D, you found the value of D. What is D? Whether it is negative, 0 or positive. It means that you have to take 3 arrows, one from this, other from this, other from this. You may take this for negative value. You may take this for positive value. You may take this for 0 value. There is no space here on the board, so let me take this part and this part here on this board, or you can write connector. Come here, connector. What is D? D is negative. If D is negative, I have to go for RP. Real part is equal to minus B divided by 2A. This should be inside the rectangle. Then I have to go for the imaginary part, that will be square root of modulus of D divided by 2A. Okay, then print. You found what you need, so print it. And what we need for printing, after printing, stop. Now let us go to the central part. Here from negative, let me just put here negative. Now let me go to the central part. And it is for 0. When D is 0, I have to find x1, that is minus B divided by 2A. The same is true for x2. So next one is print x1 and x2. Include this in a parallelogram, and finally stop. And this third one is left for positive. When this is positive, I have to first find x1 is equal to I think you may not be see here. Let me take this positive here, or here. X1 is equal to minus b minus square root of d divided by 2a in one rectangle. X2 is equal to minus b plus square root of d divided by 2a in the second rectangle. Print x1 and x2. For this, use a parallelogram, this one, and finally stop. I may write 1 inside this, 2 inside this, 3 inside this. So you write 1 here. Let me make this somewhat large. 1, 2, and this is connector 3. So let me once tell you. We have started the flow chart from beginning. Then in the parallelogram we have inputted or read the coefficient A, B, C. Then in the rectangle we calculated the discriminator D as B square minus 4AC. Then we take a diamond. Diamond is decision making. After writing diamond, inside the diamond we have written this capital D followed by question mark, meaning that what is D? Whether D is 0, negative or positive. If D is negative, it is taken to this direction. If D is 0, it is taken to this direction. If D is positive, it is taken to this direction. This is connector 1, connector 2, connector 3. Connector 1 is to be connected here. Connector 2 is to be connected here. Connector 3 is to be connected here. That is for positive. It is negative. It is for positive. Okay. So this connector get connected here when you use the full page. This connector get connected here. This connector get connected here. This connector get connected here. What is happening in the first connector? In the first connector, value of D is negative, and therefore the roots are complex, having real part and imaginary part. Real part is this, calculated here. Imaginary part is this, calculated here, and then the real part and imaginary part are printed and the program stopped after using connector 1. Use connector 2 here. Here value of D is 0, 0. As D is 0, the two roots are real and equal, given by, you may simply write x. X is equal to minus b divided by 2a. Two roots will be there. Call x1 and x2. These are real and equal roots. Print them. and stop. This 3 number is taken here when d is positive. When d is positive, first root will be minus b minus square root of d by 2a found here in this rectangle. Second root x2 is equal to minus b plus square root of d by 2a found in this rectangle. These two roots are printed here and execution is stopped. This is the simplest way, using each and every details for constructing algorithm and flowchart for a quadratic equation. I made these things very simple so that any person, any lay person knowing nothing about computer science, even that person can also write the algorithm and flowchart for the quadratic equation if these steps are understood. Hope you are understood all these things very nicely. If you have any ambiguity, you are free to interact with me. Next article in the next lecture. Till then, thank you.